A modest teacher after the death of her husband dreams of finally realizing her dream, to know the fullness of pleasure from sex. For this purpose, she rents a hotel room and decides to use the services of a call boy. The film begins with a woman, Nancy, recently lost her husband. All her life she has adhered to social norms because of which the sphere of debauchery has bypassed her, and to make up for lost time she goes to a specialized site and chooses a man, Leo Grande. While renting an apartment where she will not be identified, and although she is worried, she hopes that this meeting will be positive. When a new day comes, Nancy comes to the rented apartment, when suddenly someone rang the doorbell. Leo is already here. Nancy is amazed at his beauty and offers to drink champagne as a hospitality. Leo notices that Nancy feels uncomfortable. According to her, she is worried about the age difference, and what she is doing seems wrong to her. Leo asks not to worry because Nancy looks great. Along the way, taking the first step, this allows us to tell that during her life Nancy kept herself in a tight grip and any of everything was as limited as possible. Leo enters the position and takes on the role of the main player. A little later Nancy leaves to transform a little. When she returns, Leo was already on alert. True, while she was gone, he ate a bar of chocolate and this smell incredibly infuriates her, which is why Leo leaves to brush her teeth. Upon her return, she reports that she has changed her mind, because she thinks this is wrong. Leo can leave after taking money. Leo wonders why such a girl decided to hire him. Nancy says that there were people of her age who showed interest, but she sent everyone away, as she loves only young people. Adding that she worked in the field of religion and all her desires were put on the back burner. At times Nancy thinks that she has wasted her life literally nowhere. She also admits that she has a lot of complexes because of her mother. Leo just says that each person must accept himself and only then he will be happy, and the more they talk the awkwardness between them becomes less and less. Nancy wonders if his relatives know what he does. Leo answers that his parents think he works at an oil station, but as for his real job, there is nothing wrong with it, because he just helps other people. Nancy is happy to hear this and even decided to tell that 30 years ago she met a handsome waiter, but did nothing, and because of that she is always wondering how life would have turned out if she had made the first step. Leo decides to go ahead. A couple of days later, Nancy makes a new appointment, because she has prepared a whole list of follow-up experiments, but she is still worried about the upcoming event, especially when her daughter keeps calling her on the phone. But Leo is always ready to help relax. During the dance he suggests not to rush and not to do all the tasks in one meeting, and when Nancy again talks about wasted youth, Leo decides to add to his story. He has a younger brother who serves in the army, but recently they do not really get along. A moment later he offers to sign up for extra classes. That offends Nancy, because she thinks that he came to her just for the money, but Leo denies everything, because he really likes his work and is not a bit embarrassed, because he brings happiness to other people, and this is the most important thing. Yes, and the challenge doesn't always end with a finale. Some clients stop for a massage or a casual date. There were even times when he was a regular cook. All these conversations pushed Nancy to take the first action, followed by the act. A couple of days later a new meeting is scheduled where they close the experimental list, but Nancy still hasn't gotten the final. After the debauchery she wants to delve into Leo's personal life, but this time he is not eager to say anything. Nancy claims to have tried to find Leo on the usual social networks, eventually learning his real name, Connor. Leo instantly stands up and in a gruff tone orders her never to call him, and if she comes to his family he will have to reveal that she was in his sessions. Leaving the apartment he realizes he forgot his phone and returns saying that his mother has a bad relationship with him. When he was 15 she gave up on him, even telling other people he was dead. Nancy wants to understand what he did to make her feel that way about him. He replies that he disappointed her, she didn't accept him for who he is, and after the revelation leaves Nancy. A few days later Nancy sets up a meeting, but this time at a cafe. Coincidentally a former student of hers works there, and while they are talking Leo walks in and they pretend to have a business meeting. While the waitress is gone Nancy apologizes for the day and also tells her real name, Susan, who is grateful to Leo for the past few days. She also tells him that she has recommended Leo to other women in her group who have the same problems. Leo is very happy to hear this and of course accepts the apology. By this time he has told his brother who he works for and he has accepted it normally. It is at this point that they are distracted by Becky calling Nancy a bad teacher who judges students for wearing short skirts. Nancy assures that she has become a different person, admitting that she and Leo had something more, and if Leo doesn't mind, Becky can use his services. Moments later, the couple walks into a hotel followed by entertainment, where Nancy is finally able to get her finale. This is the end of recap of the movie. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell not to miss new videos.